Okay, so this is the second part of 6.1 for trig. So where we left off was about to say, what is tangent of arc cosine of 3/4? Okay, so what we're going to do is say, what is the tangent for the angle whose cosine is 3/4? So what is the tangent of the angle whose cosine is 3/4? So what we're going to do is draw a triangle. Okay, so here's our angle. So what we're looking for is tangent of this angle. Okay, and so for our cosine is 3/4. So for my angle, cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. So we just need to find our other side because tangent is opposite over adjacent. Okay, so we're going to say, we'll call this x. Let's say x squared plus 3 squared is 4 squared. So we've got x squared plus 9 is 16. So if I subtract that over, it's going to give me 7. So x is equal to the square root of 7. Okay, so square root of 7. So my tangent here is the opposite side, which is the square root of 7, over my adjacent side. Okay? So let's look at another one. What if I wanted, the cosine of 2 times the inverse tangent of -2. Okay, so we're doing the same thing. We're going to say, what is the cosine of 2 times this angle? Okay, so what we're going to do is, let's use this is our double angle, and so we can say, we can remember that up here, cosine of 2 theta is either cosine squared theta minus sine squared theta. It is 1 minus 2 sine squared theta, or 2 cosine squared theta minus 1. Okay, so we can really choose any one we want to do. So let's say, I don't know, let's just use this bottom one. So what we're going to do is say, this is 2 cosine squared theta minus 1, where theta is the inverse tangent of -2. All right, so we're going to make our little triangle. So tangent is opposite over adjacent, so it's -2. My adjacent would be 1. So I just need to find my hypotenuse. So I've got -2 squared plus 1 squared is, so that's x squared. So it's 4 plus 1 equals x squared. So x is going to be the square root of 5. So that's my hypotenuse. So here we're going to say 2 times cosine is our adjacent over our hypotenuse squared minus 1. So if I square that, I'm going to get 1/5 minus 1. So I've got 2/5 minus, that's going to give me 5/5. That's going to give me -3/5 would be my answer. Okay. So let's do one more of those. Make a new piece of paper. So what if I want to find the sine of my sine inverse of 1/2 plus my tangent inverse of -3. Okay, so we've got a sum formula. So what I'm looking at, I'm going to let A equal my sine inverse of 1/2 and B equal my tangent inverse -3. So what I have here is sine of A plus B, which is equal to sine of A cosine of B plus, since it's a sine function, let's say the same, cosine of A sine of B. Okay, so we need to find out what are these. Okay, so let's make our triangles. So we'll say this is A. So for A, I've got sine is my opposite over my hypotenuse. So we'll say it's x. So I've got 1 squared plus x squared is 2 squared. So 1 plus x squared is 4. X squared is 3. So x is the square root of 3. Okay, so it's the square root of 3. Now if I look at b, the tangent is my opposite.